What's up, ladies? It's your girl Janée, and today, guess what we're doing? We're taking a class today. We're taking Boss Baddie 101. No. We're taking Boss 101, okay? Because there's levels to this, and we want to make sure that we cover ground zero first, okay? We want to set the foundation to becoming the bosses that we are, because I believe regardless of what you do or what education you have or don't have, I believe we all have it in us to be a boss in some right. Even if you have no intentions of becoming an entrepreneur or wanting any of that, we all can play a role in basically having our own, and I think it's about having a boss mentality. I have 15 tips on how to be a boss baddie, okay? Because you know I don't play about being a baddie, and I don't play about being a boss either. I don't play about my business. So let's get into it. Number one, figure out what part of the day you are most productive. For me, it's in the morning. Afternoon, after 12 p.m. noon, I'm not gonna be A1. I'm not gonna be as sharp. I might not even care as much. So for some people, they're most productive at 3 a.m. Some people are productive at 6 p.m. Find your schedule and adapt to it. Work around it. It's just because someone else was successful getting up at 5 a.m. doesn't make you successful at getting up 5 a.m. if you're most productive in the evening. So just keep that in mind. Find your productivity hours and work your day around that. Number two, never ever stop learning. I know that school and college isn't for everyone, and that's perfectly okay. But if you don't go to college and you don't choose to take those steps in the education system, then I definitely recommend consistently reading books that'll help you improve. One of my friends sent me a Google Drive link with about 50 books in it, and I'm going to share that link with you. It's in the bio. Click it. The books are there. I don't know, it's not my link. I don't know how long those books are going to be there, so I recommend that you save them down. And more importantly, I recommend you read one, because reading is really how you keep your mind sharp. Pick up a book and read. Learn something. Take a class. Do something to develop your mental. Number three, just like you block out time to be productive, you need to block out time in your day to be creative. I believe everyone's a creative. I spent the majority of my life, I'm talking about the first 20 years of my life, believing I wasn't a creative because I was told I had to learn this and be this and do this. And once I finally started finding myself and figuring myself out, I came to realize that I too am a creative. Just because I don't write poems and create actual art or anything like that doesn't make me less creative. And I think everyone should take some time to tap into that, because creating is free thinking. Number four, eat healthy and exercise regularly. I don't need to get too much into this. It's a known fact that wealthy, successful people eat well and they exercise. Because guess what? Health is wealth. Healthiness is next to godliness. So stay on point. Take care of your bodies. Treat your body like a temple, basically. Because that's what it is. It's your temple and you only get one, so you better take care of it in the best way possible. Number five, now we're talking about goal setting. You need to set clear goals. I don't know why it irritates me every time I hear someone say set SMART goals. And SMART goals are important, but it just when I hear that, it just makes it seem harder than it is. Just set a goal with a plan. Just do that. Set a goal that has a plan behind it to execute. That's really all you need to do. But have goals and set them, and once you hit them, set more. Set a goal that is reasonably attainable but a little challenging as well. Set a goal that scares you a little bit, because that's how you know it's a big dream. And know that you need to set a plan to back that up. Okay? Because if you do, you'll execute. And if you execute, guess what? Eventually you'll win. Number six, have faith and confidence in yourself and in your dreams and in your goals. Manifest the things that you want by completely stopping the negative self-chatter. The best way to do this is to meditate. Meditate isn't about visualizing, it's more so about clearing your thoughts, and to me it's about getting closer to God. Do you know how many times I looked at this channel and I'm thinking, what? I can't believe I just spent all this time creating this content that I think is dope and no one's watching it, no one's subscribing. But do you think I'm gonna quit? No, I'm not, because you know what? If you quit, you can never win. It's a guaranteed loss if you quit. At least if I don't quit, there's a chance that I can make this channel what I want it to be, or any goal that I set what I want it to be. Number 7, take calculated risks. So a calculated risk is a risk that has a high probability of being successful. You have to take risks. You have to be willing to take L's as well, because if there's no risk, there's no reward. And you will take L's in trying to achieve something great. It's just part of the process. But you know, these L's aren't actual L's if you learn from them and if you keep going. They're only L's if you quit. Don't be afraid to lose. Don't be afraid to look stupid. Don't be afraid to fail. Those are the things that make you stronger, that make you sharper, that make you better. So keep going, because you're a boss, baby. Number 8, network with success. Basically, keep people around you that are better than you, that are smarter than you, that are in higher positions than you, because all you can do is level up. A perfect example of that for me was being around people that had their credit right, their stuff together, they had nice things, they had nice places. I wasn't even trying to be like them, but I found my life shifting in that direction on its own. Your network determines your net worth. Period. You are the top 5 people that you hang around. Period. Those are all true. So make sure you're not around low lives, the people doing bad and people with bad luck and people with it's nowhere for you to go. All you can do is try to level them up to you, but sometimes what ends up happening is they end up pulling you down to their level. Once you start doing dope stuff, people gravitate to you, and it's usually the people that are aligned with your goals. Number 9, and this is important, don't worry about other people's business. Period. Who cares what anybody else is doing, because it has nothing to do with you. If there's people going faster than you, if there's people going slower than you, if there's people ahead of you or behind you, it doesn't matter. It's not your business. It has nothing to do with you or your goals. Stop counting other people's pockets. Stop asking people what they make unless they volunteer to you. Stop worrying about and comparing yourself to other people. Do you. You know your worth. You put that price tag on you. I know that if you're working for a company, you might wonder what your counterpart makes because you want to know if you're getting paid fairly and all that. That's different. But I'm talking about the boss mentality. Worry about yourself. Get out of other people's business. Don't worry who they're dating. None of that. Which brings me to number 10. Stop looking for validation. Let me tell you something. When you start something, even when you have an idea, most people aren't going to believe in it. Most people aren't going to be rooting for you. They may say they are, but that doesn't mean they actually are. And even if they are, who cares? At the end of the day, you can't judge how good or bad you are off of someone else's opinion, because that will, if people love you, you'll thrive, and if people don't love you, you'll fail. And that's weakness. Keep going, keep doing your thing. Stop worrying about validation. People don't have to believe in what you have going. You just have to believe. So stop looking for validation and get to work. Because as Prophet Lil Duval says, your insecurities are your biggest haters, not anyone else. It's about to cut off. Number 11, learn to control your emotions. This is crucial. This is crucial. Don't get worked up about anything. It brings me back kind of to the 4 agreements, you know? One of the important ones is don't take anything personally. Most energy that people give you is not about you. It's more about them. Whether it's negative, positive, whatever. It's usually rarely about you. So there's no reason to get worked up and mad and pissed off about whatever someone else has done. People often will discredit you if you get too emotional, especially as a woman and especially as a Black woman. So keep control. You can be pissed off, you can cry, all of that. But in front of other people, keep your game face on. Number 12, and this one is also important. Listen more and talk less. I don't know about y'all, but I tend to cannot stand someone who's talking too much. It almost seems sometimes that people who talk more than they listen are seeking to prove themselves as something that they're not. What's understood doesn't need to be explained. Listen and learn. Learn to listen to learn. Didn't Martin say that? I'm pretty sure he did. You can learn so much from so many people by just listening and observing. And you talk when you need to. You talk when you're standing up for yourself. You talk when you're promoting yourself. You talk when you need to, but don't dominate conversations when you could be learning. That's all I'm saying. Number 13, get to work. Go into beast mode. Put in that work, as Beyonce said, and do so by any means necessary. That's all I gotta say on that. Put in that work. Go. Start now. Don't wait on nothing. It doesn't matter if you don't know what you're doing. Do something. There's something you could be doing that you do know about, and you'll learn as you go. Ask questions, but just put in that work. And when I say put in that work, I mean become someone you've never been. Become that boss. What did Big Sean say? Understand we're gonna see success, that's inevitable. You couldn't hold me down even if I was in federal. You couldn't stop these plays even if I wasn't eligible. Kneeling like Colin Kaepernick if that shit unethical. I felt that. I related to that. Get it done. Number 14, be consistent. Being consistent requires a great level of discipline. Dame Dash said in his book, if you do anything for 10 years, you're going to be the best at it. That's consistency. Doing something constantly until you become what you need to become, until you do what you need to do. You just have to put in that effort every single day. And I told y'all before in regards to different things, consistent is the hardest thing for people to be because it requires discipline. It requires a certain level, I think, of self-respect and self-love. You just have to really want it. And they say you have to be willing to die for it. I saw another quote. It said that it's going to feel like a sacrifice at first, but once you start reaping the rewards, seeing the fruits of your labor, it'll be innate. It'll be a habit. It'll be nothing. A slight work after that. And number 15, and I think this one is the most important, is be generous. Be generous with your money. Be generous with your knowledge. I cannot tell you how many times I've seen stingy girls. I've seen girls like on Instagram, oh, where'd you get that outfit? And then whoever they ask doesn't tell. Like, why not share? If someone asks you, how did you do it? Tell them. If someone asks you, what resource did you use? Tell them. If someone asks for $5 to get something to eat and you got it to give it to them. Because when you give, you receive. You're just blocking blessings by not sharing information. Who cares if this other person ends up thriving or even thrives faster than you? That doesn't change what was in store for you anyway. I wish people understood that withholding knowledge for selfish reasons is dumb. It's dumb and it stunts your growth. Share what you know, pay it forward, and watch your blessings flow. So that was your Boss Baddie 101 lesson. Let me know what you think. Any other Boss Baddies in the room or watching, let me know what other things I forgot. If you know any other boss tips, leave them in the comments. Please subscribe to my channel and follow me on Instagram. And until next time, my boss ladies. Peace.